Okay, this is my... Okay, write an equation for the following function in factored form. Be sure to include a. Okay, so let's first... So this is like the last problem, except instead of given our points, we have to look at the graph and find our zeros. So we know our zeros are x equals 1, 2, negative 2, and x equals 1. Now, because I have the a, I got to find some other point. And I see this point right here. And I have that point is 0, negative 3. Okay, now notice these are double roots. So at each one, y equals a times x minus 2. Double root means we square it. Times x plus 1. Double root means we square it. Now to solve for the a, let's plug in our x is 0 and our y is negative 3. So negative 3 equals 0 minus 2 squared times 0 plus 1 squared. Negative 3 equals a, sorry, there's my a. 0 minus 2 is negative 4, squared is 4. 0 plus 1 is 1, squared is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4 times a. And then we just divide by 4. A equals negative 3 over 4. But that's not our answer. Our answer is f of x, and that equals, plug that into our equation, negative 3 over 4 times x minus 2 squared times x plus 1 squared. And there's your function. Okay, next let's graph this function. F of x equals negative x minus 1 cubed, x plus 5 cubed, x plus 2. So what are our steps? First, set equal to 0. Second step, factor. So let's do both at the same time. 0 equals negative x minus 1 times x minus 1 times x minus 1 times x plus 5 times x plus 5 times x plus 5 times x plus 2. Notice 5 cubed, so I have 5 cubed minus x minus 1 cubed, x minus 1 cubed. Okay, let's find our zeros. Zeros are x equals 1, x equals negative 5, and x equals negative 2. Step 1, 2, 3. Step 4, test the intervals. So I got negative 5, I got negative 2, and I have 1. Okay, so I got this is a minus. Plug in negative a million. Negative, 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 negative. Everything's negative. How many negatives do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only look at the negatives. 8 negatives is even, so that's going to be positive. Between negative 5 and negative 2, let's pick negative 3. You could do negative 4 if you want. But negative 3, negative, x minus 1, negative, negative 3 minus 1 is negative, negative, negative 3 plus 5 is actually going to be positive 2, positive, positive, positive. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative. So ignore the positives. I know that's hard for some people. Just look at the negatives. Are they even or odd? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're odd, so that is negative. 0. I always like to pick 0, and that means all the signs are going to be the same as what they are here. Negative, 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 positive, positive, positive. 0 plus 2 is 2, which is positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ignore the positives. I have 4 negatives, which makes it even, so it's positive. Let's plug in a million. Now this is always going to be negative. Positive, positive, positive. All positive, but I have that one negative, which changes everything to negative, and that is negative. Last step is graphing. Now, we have to recognize our cubed roots. So, I have a cubed root at, well, let's do our zeros. Our 0 is negative 5, negative 2, and 1. I have a cubed root at negative 5. So let's draw the cubic function. Notice it's positive, and then it goes down negative. So there's my cubic function. The other cubed root is at positive 1, which is here. And at positive 1, I go positive. Okay, so then let's go ahead and graph our function. I have positive, so down to negative. I have to hit my 2 here. And then from negative 2 to 1, I go positive. And then here I go negative. And that's what my function is going to look like.